to do a little set for you. If you forget my name, don't worry. Like, I know it's my name and I get bored saying it. Like Paul Bills. It's just like it might be the median name. Like, remember I taught median in school? Where it's like, average is hard because it's math, but median is just line everything up in order and then pick the one in the middle. That's me, Paul Bills. That's the name. We're at the end of July, which means we're at the end of fireworks season. And I want to talk a little bit about fireworks. So when I was growing up, I was very indifferent about fireworks. Are any of you fans of the show Parks and Rec? Yeah. So basically for fireworks, I was Ben Wyatt. Remember when they bring in Little Sebastian, the mini horse, and everyone is losing their mind and they love Little Sebastian? And Ben Wyatt is like, what's the deal with the horse? Does he do something? That was me with fireworks as a kid. I was like, I don't get it. There's three colors and either go boom or boom. And sometimes there's a lot of them and sometimes there's not a lot of them. I don't get what are we doing here. And as a boy, growing up, I started to recognize that that was weird. I looked around at all the other boys and they loved fireworks. It got to the point where I was like, is there a talk I missed with my dad? Like, just from context, again, I didn't get this talk, but from context, I would assume this talk went something like this. Son, part of being a man is being irrationally obsessed with fire. Like, to an irresponsible degree. Let me explain it this way to you, boy. If you're in an area, and there's a fire, and there's a woman, whenever you are closer to the fire than the woman, she should be nervous. Not about anything specific, but just your enthusiasm for fire should give her some kind of vague uneasiness every time you approach it. I got a great dad, but I missed that talk. I don't know what happened. I have two brothers. Maybe he forgot which talks he had done for which boy. Skipped over that one. So I was indifferent about fireworks my whole life, but now that I've grown, I have three sons of my own, and now I have a different opinion about fireworks. Now I hate fireworks. Let me explain something about being a parent. If you're not a parent, this will be educational. If you are a parent, I hope this is cathartic. When you're a parent, you love your kids, but they never stop needing things. They, all day, every day, they need things from you. It's just the need. It follows you everywhere you go. There's only two things that stop the need. The first one is the screen. I love the screen as a parent. Put a screen in their hand or put them in front of a screen, and you can finally work or not work for like 2 minutes. But with the screen comes the guilt. Because when you give your kid a screen, you hear the pediatrician's voice in your ear, like, you should really limit screen time. It's like, oh yeah, doctor, screen time is so bad. Why is Finding Nemo playing in the waiting room right now? Checkmate, pediatrician. But there's one other thing. There's one other thing as a parent that quiets the need. And it comes with no guilt. And that's the sleep. The sleep stops the need. So as a parent, one of the greatest times of any day are the hours between when your kid goes to bed and when you go to bed. I call this time the werewolf time. Not because I transformed from a man into a wolf, but because this is the time I finally transformed from a dad into a man. For just a few hours. But you know what ruins werewolf time? Fireworks! I hate fireworks! And especially in Utah, where we have 2 firework holidays, 3 weeks apart, so everyone's like, the whole month of July is fireworks. Every night, 10 p.m. to midnight, as much as I want. It's a free country. Fireworks! Kids, they can feel your excitement for the werewolf time. They like, I'm missing something. I go to bed, and they like have fun. So they know that something is going on and they don't want to miss it. So they find reasons not to sleep already. One time, my son was screaming his head off. And I run to his room. I'm like, what's wrong? Hero Dad is here. And he's like, there's a shadow. Like, not a scary shadow, There wasn't light in his eyes. There was no problem. There was a source of light. Something obscured the source of light and created a shadow. And he was like, Dad, how can I sleep in these conditions? There's a shadow! So they're already looking for excuses. So you know what's a valid excuse to not sleep at night? Explosions outside your window for hours. Like, if there's any excuse to not sleep at night, explosions outside your window is a pretty good one. Like, that one I have to give to the kids.
Yeah.
So I hate fireworks because they ruin werewolf time. Now, I'm going to end my set by doing that plagiarism thing that I mentioned earlier. When I told my wife this joke, she made an observation that is going to haunt me for quite some time. She said, yeah, I don't get fireworks either. Fireworks in July are supposed to be honoring the veterans and the people who fought for our freedom. You know who doesn't have a good association with explosions? Veterans and people who fought for our freedom.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you for your service. Can I trigger your PTSD for a whole month? That's my set. Thank you, everybody.